Hello and welcome to Burnt Cookbook Party, an original Pathfinder campaign set in a unique fantasy world where 4 eggs of varying skills, attractiveness, and stupidity race against time to prevent a war. I'm Jenna Stoeber and I play Astra Blepp, a fey-addled half-elf oracle who is exactly who she says she is. And I'm joined by...
Andrew Hansen, playing Johnny Brightchild, a hot and sunny Ifrit Resort Spa paladin, eager to help and flex.
Caitlin Stayduhar, playing Patty Hertz, a ratfolk ranger dandy with a nose for gossip and cheese.
Paul Luetkemeyer playing Zelf, an elven battle chef carving a name for himself in the high-stakes world of magical cooking.
And we're, of course, led today and for the rest of all time by our illustrious and hard-boiled GM and world builder, Justin Green. Justin, how are you?
I'm feeling particularly excited today to get back to the main podcast because we left our heroes in such a perilous situation.
If I remember correctly, you left us, all of our characters are in sort of a protective shell of ice.
Yeah, kind of white, opaque.
Yeah. Really in a delicate kind of situation.
Oh, yeah.
I was up all night afraid that this would become some kind of a cliffhanger situation.
But cliffhangers are so precarious.
Like, can you imagine, hanging, as if from a wall?
About to take a great fall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's just no coming back from that.
And all the GM's horses and all the GM's men wouldn't be able
to put the situation back together and look like,
yeah,
exactly.
I forgot how it ended.
And that
Yeah,
was just
so exactly, yeah.
So we are going to jump backwards a bit to the first day of Idias and the first day of the time loop. Weaving between the spires of the erosion capital city, Anamnesis, rocking the dainty gondolas as it tears by, is a party yacht filled with the who's who of rodent celebrities. It has been a full night of drinking and debauchery and dairy, and the dancey continues into the morning thanks to beats supplied by DJ Halloumi. And everybody is here to celebrate one woman, Patty Hertz. Although I say one, this is really Patty number 2, a blank that has just been created by the zeitgeist.
Oh my gosh. Rat Damon is here. Chinchilla Tatum. I mean, all of the hottest stars. Patty is absolutely on top of the world. All the attention is on her. She is being absolutely showered with adoration and praise. She is feeling basically the best she has ever felt.
Yes, it is not every day you get the lead of a movie acting with Vin Weasel. As the yacht is finally making its way back to the pier, you are surprised to see that the marina is filled with Winter Guard ships. And all of the party goers start to go out onto the boat dock to look as you guys are pulling in, and they just see soldiers that are just patrolling this whole area. And among them, Patty, you spot 2 exquisitely dressed rat folk who are holding each other anxiously. These are your parents, Barnaby and Philippa Hertz.
Oh God, shit, guys. The cops are here. Okay, it's fine. Don't worry. Just put the blepp under the seats. They won't take under there. It's gonna be fine. Hey, Mom and Dad, hey!
Patty, you are expecting to be admonished as usual, but instead, your mom runs up and grabs you into just the tightest hug. The brim of her giant Kentucky Derby hat is knocking into your forehead. She's like, "Oh, Patricia, thank God that you're safe. We were so scared, darling."
Oh, Mom, we're just out on the boat. It's no big deal. I'm just out on the boat with my friends. God, you should be so clingy.
Barnaby steps up and he's like, "Patricia, as unbelievable as it may sound, they found Bishad's corpse. I can barely imagine a monster capable of killing a demigod like that.
Oh.
Your mother and I were worried sick with you out on the sea."
Oh my God, gross. First of all, we should not have been swimming off the boat if there was a corpse floating around in the water. Honestly, Mom and Dad, we were just all so relaxed from our yoga and meditating that we were doing. It was so chill that we all just went to bed really early and we must have slept through whatever happened.
Good. That's good. And you can see your mom is like on the verge of tears. She's just so happy that you're okay. Your dad says to you, our trip to Mandral has been canceled. Let's all go home.
Oh, God, I could absolutely use a nap and maybe a seltzer water, something for my tummy. I mean, it has been a night of peace and relaxation.
Over the next couple of days, as the rest of Erosia reckons with Bishad's death, Patty, you are subject to a very different side of things, namely that the death of Bishad is extremely great publicity for the Sea Monster boat race movie that you've been cast in.
The timing is impeccable.
It was already a pretty big break for you, but now this buzz is out of control, and they've pushed the filming up so that they can kind of keep up with the excitement of this moment. They really want to get this movie out. You and Vin Weasel are giving multiple interviews every day. People still want more. They're just not getting enough. And it's exhausting. It's repetitive. It's kind of controlled. Your team, your parents, they're feeding you most of your responses.
Keep asking me about my outfits instead of about my performance. I get it.
All around the lot of the Scry Network, people are gathered, fans and looky-loos just waiting to catch a glimpse of you. But one of these times you start to notice that there is a subset of people who are protesting the movie. And it's small, less than 10 people. But they seem to be pushing that it's insensitive, that, Bishad has caused a lot of death and destruction around Erosia. And this movie is really turning it into a fun action romp.
Vin, you know as well as I do, this is a serious film with some substance to it. I think that discussing sea monster issues in a fun and accessible way is a good thing. It's not taking advantage.
Oh, yeah, Pat, I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, you always have my back, Vin.
Suddenly, someone breaks through the blockades that they have set up, keeping the everyday people from you guys. A young Gilman girl runs up and she pushes into your hand a flyer before people, are on top of her and pulling her away. And she just says, Patty, I know that you'll understand. I know you'll understand. Raid forever.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, you gotta raid my closet for my hot new outfits that I love to talk about on my press tour.
And then Patty's gonna quickly crumple up the flyer and shove it deep into her pocket where no one can see it.
You finish your day, another 14 hours grueling on set.
Ugh.
Eventually you get a rare day off where you can relax. You finally get a chance to look at this flyer that was handed to you by this girl. And you can see that there is an attempt at getting a movement together. A lot of the underwater communities in Erosia have been heavily restricted or displaced over the uproar about Bishad's death. Everybody's fear of what could be out in the ocean that has done this, concerns like that. So they are being either heavily monitored, restricted, or they're being pushed out of their homes entirely. But Arrow is making it very difficult for them to find anywhere else to go, because these are not necessarily people with money or even really people that necessarily integrate with Erosia's government to begin with. They're kind of outsider communities. But now they have the Winter Guard on their doorstep, just the Triad nations in general, people who are looking for answers and looking for someone to blame.
Ugh. Patty is deeply moved reading about this. I mean, she may be A-list now, but she has not forgotten the people. She has not forgotten her principles. But, she's going to think to herself
oh, man, I'm living my dream right now. I'm living everyone's dream. But there's all these people out there that have nothing. They don't even have a home. They can't even think about starring in a major motion picture when they don't have a place to lay their head at night. It's so sad.
There is a knock on the front door of your home, and you hear the very familiar sounds of somebody rolling the giant water ball that your agent exists in, who's a large sturgeon. Kind of sounds like a bowling ball going down the lane.
Oh, God, them again.
Your agent greets you and is like, oh, Patty, I come bearing excellent news.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. you're going to want to hear this. At 2 p.m., the nominations for the Nepties are going to be announced, and Patty Hertz is going to be among them.
Are you serious? Oh my God. I have to call everybody. I have to call Shrew. I have to call Mary-Kate and Ashley Molson. Oh my God. They're going to absolutely die. This is so exciting. What am I going to wear to the ceremony?
You start planning that. We'll get you whatever dress you want. Don't you worry.
No pants, though.
As of course not. God forbid. The Sky Network wants to capitalize on the momentum of the boat race, build up some of your indie cred. They decide they're going to push your performance in Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem? Oh my God. I thought that movie was never going to see the light of day. That was one of my first roles. I put my heart and soul into that film.
I mean, I don't know if it ever is going to see the light of day. I mean, the people who vote on these things, you know. Oh, Patty, don't worry about it. They don't need to see it. All we do, your parents are going to put a lot of money into this little campaign. It's going to win. And then you'll never have to worry about these boring, pretentious movies ever again. It won't matter. I mean, you won't even have to act anymore. Just show up and sell a couple shell phone plans every other year.
Oh, people aren't going to see my performance and be moved by it?
They're going to be moved by the idea of Patty Hertz. It's going to be moving you into the next stage of your career as an it girl.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess you're the expert here, but I kind of thought the next stage in my career could be more meaty roles beyond just the it girl and into a serious actress, or I could really show my stuff.
Oh, believe me, any stuff that you want to show off, you'll be able to buy. You'll have your pick.
Okay, I guess. I mean, I trust you. You're my agent, and I know that you have my best interests at heart, so okay, let's do it. I'm excited.
She'll, hand you, or she won't hand you, she'll, motion.
Nudge towards you with her ball.
Yeah, she'll wave her tail at the young girl whose job it is to push the ball to hand you, some fashion magazines. And she's like, oh, you start picking out your dress. Your parents and I are going to talk logistics.
Okay, great. I'm excited.
Patty, you take this magazine and you realize that you have gotten, in addition to the fashion magazines handed to you, some sketches and floor plans for a new home, a mansion that your parents have been fussing over for the last few days, but you haven't really had any interest in. This is the first time that you really get a good look at it, and you see that the house itself, perfectly fine, is being built on a location that catches your eye, a neighborhood that has been built on land that you know once belonged to Plumpy Farms.
Oh, no. Oh, Patty is going to stare at these plans in horror. All of the memories of the tragedy of Plumpy Farms flooding back to her. She's going to clutch them to her chest and say, Plumpy, oh, sweet Plumpy, the greatest comrade a rat could ever have, rotting away in the dungeon while my parents chip away at your homeland 1 square foot at a time. Oh, the tragedy.
You continue to lament dramatically in this way for quite some time. Day turns into night. The full moon rises above the waters of Anamnesis. And outside of your bedroom window, the reflection of the moon turns from this beautiful pure white into sort of a rainbow prism.
Ooh.
It's strange at first. You can't figure it out. And then the rainbow seems to extend further and further out from the exterior of the house, through your window panes, landing on the floor of your bedroom.
Beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Patty is going to gently reach her little paw out and stick it into the rainbow light and move it back and forth in wonder.
You are shocked to find that the rainbow that has reached your bedroom is solid. You can touch it. You could climb onto it. And as you look out at its source, you see floating above this rainbow path that has led into your room is a large black pirate ship.
Yes! Oh my God. I mean, Patty loves a boat. She just got off of a boat. She's a nautical gal. I think Patty is going to go towards the window and kind of try to stick her head out and say, ahoy, I guess? Who's out there? What
on earth is happening?
You hear a voice from the ship, although you can't see who it's coming from, and it's this low, sort of sad voice, but it says, "Oh, Patty Hertz, your followers have returned."
Like that follow my outfit blogs? It's kind of weird that you're at my house. I don't love that.
"Oh, Patty, no. The followers of your religion, your loyal subjects, throwing themselves prone at your feet as we do not have knees to bend."
Patty is absolutely stunned, has no idea what's going on, but at the same time, these voices are so pitiful and so sad. She's going to be like, are you guys just on this flying ship all by yourselves?
"Oh, no. We also have the leprechauns. Oh, and Dominic and Ronaldo."
Do you need me to, like, make a call or, like, get someone for you? Take you to a shelter or something? I don't even know.
"We'll tell you the whole story. Climb up the rainbow. Come on board."
Patty is going to stand dumbfounded for a moment. But then she's going to look around at everything that's in her room. She's going to look at the fashion magazines, the manifestos, the plans for her parents' horrible new home. And she's going to say,
I mean, I'm the happiest I've ever been, I thought. I'm at the top of my game, but God, it just doesn't feel like I thought it would feel. And all of a sudden, these mysterious, sad little voices are calling me to a flying ship. It's like something out of a movie.
and Patty's going to resolutely straighten her outfit, adjust her beret, and will climb out the window across the rainbow very carefully, leaning over and holding on to it with her front arms as she kind of waddles along.
Yeah. As we mentioned the first time we came to Anamnesis, everything in this city is very tall. The taller that your house is, the more prestige you have.
So this is like we are up in the air right now.
Yeah, the Hertzes have a tall house. And so Patty is climbing this rainbow that's very, very far above the water into this floating ship. And as you cross the pitch black edge, you see into it for the first time a collection of strange egg-like creatures. They are about 3 or 4 feet tall. They have the biggest frowns.
Oh, Patty is instantly smitten with them. She's going to be like,
Oh my God, look at you. Look at your little frowning face. Oh, why are you so sad?
Oh, we are sad because we are not capable of feeling the amount of happiness that a momentous occasion like this deserves. Our savior, our goddess, has returned.
Patty is so confused. I think at this point she thinks that there's these little sweet, sad little eggs have some sort of like mental deficiency, and that she needs to treat them accordingly. And so in a very calm, soothing voice, she's going to say,
Okay, little friend, thank you for taking care of whatever those pink things are. You did a great job, and I'm proud of you.
One of the leprechauns speaks up and says, no offense, but you're not me, God. I follow Aster Blepp, of course.
That's your prerogative, I guess. Yikes.
It is as we feared. Patty Hertz has lost all of her memories of the previous loops. And some of the other eggs start to murmur and go, of course we weren't memorable enough to be in the memories of Patty. And they're wailing amongst themselves for a bit.
Oh, guys, don't cry. Oh, God, please don't cry. Please don't cry.
Patty, you are a great hero. You were among those that slew Beshad and saved Neptis.
What?
You've forgotten.
I'm pretty sure that I had a pretty wild night last night. I will admit that. But guys, to be really honest with you, I was not so blepped that I would not remember slaying an enormous sea monster, okay? Like, Patty likes to party, but she doesn't party like that.
Oh, please, you must believe us. We have went through many trials to find our way back to you, Patty. Listen to our story. and be inspired by the inspiration of the eggshell fairies. That is you. So, our story today begins at the end of the previous time loop. Both a year before and a few weeks after our heroes became imprisoned in ice. The mythic sea monster Bashad was just defeated, and its corpse collapsed an entire dome of the underwater entertainment capital known as Neptus. Before her defeat, Bashad had infiltrated the Scry network and seriously injured its president, Galatea. And that created a power vacuum that was soon filled by the Scry network's savior and one of its favorite daughters, Patty Hertz. While Patty and her friends have left Neptus to continue on their adventure to save the world, a trusted representative of Patty's faith, her shrewd business manager, Gentry Till, has remained behind to oversee the Scry network on her behalf. It is a huge responsibility and one with many moving parts and equally demanding projects that are all fighting for his attention. He had to be very decisive on what to prioritize first, which is how a very large Scry network crew has found themselves in the middle of the Whispering Woods, scrambling to figure out how to transport a whole-ass pirate ship that ended up hundreds of miles from the ocean so that Gentry could one-up a fellow dating show contestant. The Scry network prop department has no shortage of creative minds at their disposal, but after a day's work, they have yet to move the absence of color even an inch. And so Gentry has requested the presence of any individual that was aboard the ship when it crash landed here a week or so earlier. And after a perilous journey, that group is arriving at the scene. A hush has fallen over the Gilman crew because there's an unnamed vampire leprechaun that is wheeling in Voidbeard, Hannibal Lecter style. This is the ship's one-time captain, and he is straight-jacketed by Patty's sleeves of many garments, which she turned into a straitjacket.
I forgot about that.
Did they put like a metal cage over his face?
Yeah, cold iron.
A cold iron. Oh my God, yes.
He does not seem eager to assist in this process. And creating a similar feeling of unease in the crowd are the ship's one-time prisoners, the eggshell fairies. Many look upon these creatures with their useless wings and their kneeless legs and their frowns that take up their whole bodies, and they see only abominations to be pitied, indistinguishable from each other. But people who think that are wrong. And I personally, as the GM of this podcast, think that it's past time that we get to know a couple of them. Paul, would you like to introduce us to your egg?
Oh, Justin. Justin, my eggshell fairy is named Perdito.
I'm on the edge of my fucking seat waiting to hear the egg voice. I am like, I'm starting to sweat.
Perdito was among the caged eggshell fairies that heard Patty's good word about walking through the desert and seeing visions of all of the demeaning things that happened in his life up to that point. And knowing that when he was at his worst, Patty was carrying him through the desert. So he knows that all good things come through Patty, and therefore he embodies her hubris domain.
Yes.
Calling upon powers that no wretched, depressive egg ever could. But through Patty, all becomes possible.
Praise be.
He has large magical gloves that he uses to leave a mark of Patty. It looks like a pink, raised rat fist, the symbol of her rebellion against unjust authority. And whenever things are quiet and nobody's really paying attention, he will be randomly putting that symbol on various surfaces.
Caitlin, you want to describe your egg?
Oh, I would love to. Standing nearby is a sweet, round, ecru-colored little egg. My egg is Coddle. Before Cottle was kidnapped by the horrible leprechauns, he loved to spend his time volunteering as a candy striper at the Eggshell Fairy Hospital, ministering to other eggshell fairies with cracked shells or, peeling membranes, any of those, maladies that afflict egg kind. When he was captured, he lost all hope. He thought, I'll never be able to help someone's shell uncrack again.
Oh, no.
But then he met Patty Hertz, and he realized that he could minister to the world, that he could spread the good news through healing and love to all creatures, cracked shells or cracked hearts.
Oh.
And he embodies Patty's domain of community, opening his sad, creepy little arms to the world to embrace them.
This is really inspirational. This is going to be an inspirational episode. I can't wait.
I can feel it.
I guarantee you by the end of this, every listener is going to be as weirdly fond and protective of the eggs as I am.
Jenna, would you like to introduce us to your egg?
Sure. Yeah. My sweet little egg is named Scramper.
Question mark?
Little scramper.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that little scramper.
that little scramper.
There isn't a question mark on it, but I do think that's how it's pronounced. It is kind of pronounced with an implied question mark. And poor Scramper is for most of their life, in so much as they have a life when they're an egg. And that's not a burn on the eggshell fairies. It just means egg is the beginning part of a gestation. So it's just like the basics here. Scramper was a test subject for paints. Some of them cosmetic, but a lot of them just if you need a matte basis to check a color.
Oh no!
If you needed to know what color looks like on top of eggshell because you're like painting over a wall, he would rent out his body so you could check, so you could just paint a stripe on and see.
You put paint samples on him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the saddest thing yet.
Yeah.
This cosmetics testing egg. It's just awful.
Yeah, the best times are when they get access to cosmetics and they're dolled up. Those are the best of times for Scramper.
Is this like how clowns use eggshells to put their face makeup on the egg registry?
Yeah, that's exactly the vibe. Yeah, Scramper was a kind of a clown registry egg. That was until they got access to a pamphlet for the Church of Patty Hertz. They didn't really understand it at first. It took them a while to learn to read, but they learned to read so that they could read this pamphlet on the Church of Patty Hertz. And it's the only thing they've ever read. And if they have their way, it's the only thing they ever will read. They read all about the idea of, power and empowerment. How the only thing we have to lose is our chains and all of that. Yeah, in this pamphlet, Scramper learned all about the beloved historical figures of Karl Manx.
Carl
Yep.
Banks. Yeah.
and Frederick Eagles. Love Frederick Eagles. Big fan of Frederick Eagles. And this one's going to be a little bit rougher. It's Hannah Arendt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The thing about Hannah Ardent's name is that her last name is almost an anagram of rodent.
Yeah. No.
Yes, Andrew, thank God. Okay.
Yeah, you had to hold my hand and walk me there.
Scramper is in the domain of freedom, but because he's not very well read, he really thinks it's about literal physical movement freedom and not freedom from structures. But their heart's in the right place.
Have you seen the previews for that movie about the Quaker Shakers that all worship through dancing? Scramper would fit right in. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love that. Oh, Caitlin, you're such a good cult leader.
Oh, thank you.
Andrew?
Guess that brings me to Al Buman. Who is a
Such a scientist's name for an egg.
Yeah, right? Brings me to zygote.
He is slightly larger and grayer, more bulgy and kind of lumpy than the other eggs.
Whoa.
Also has glasses that sit on an invisible nose. Because
I was going to say, that sit on what, Andrew?
And you can see also occasionally that he is slightly translucent. And that he does not have an egg yolk inside of him. And that there's also a tiny pinhole on his head.
No.
Oh, Coddle needs to help him.
Albumin doesn't know what happened, anything about that. Albumin was used as a counterweight in like a Fey motor dishwasher.
Oh my God.
And like started to experience something outside of his dour existence in the riots of Neptus when people were fleeing and trying desperately to escape. And that is where he draws his domain aspect from of riots.
Awesome. God, all you guys had like jobs for your egg. I was thinking about it beforehand and thought it was too much, but maybe not. I was just going to say that Perdito had spent all the time he can remember as a prisoner for a different color fairy kingdom.
Oh, he's just a perpetual prisoner.
Oh,
so
man.
sad.
Yeah, I kind of imagine that most of the eggshells were like in some sort of like servitude or some sort of pitiful existence in the Fey realms. Yeah.
Man.
For sure. We're going to talk about it more in the future, but the Eggshell Kingdom, they don't really have, their own leadership. There's no Eggshell Fairy that's ever really displayed any real leadership qualities themselves. There's usually some sort of visiting dictator. Every couple of years, a charismatic fairy from another color drops in, becomes a despot for a while, eventually gets bored and moves on. That's really just how they run the kingdom.
Oh.
It's fascinating to me that the eggshell fairies think about the PCs as like the purple one or the orange one. And it makes me think that they have a very color-centric conception of reality.
Except that their reality is just beige. It's all sad beige.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, If all you're eating is oatmeal and somebody has, some hot sauce, they're going to be the hot sauce folks,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Patty Hertz sat on a wall. Patty Hertz had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't bring Patty to justice again because of her rich parents. And thank God for it, because then we wouldn't have a carton of eggs to follow for this episode. Don't worry, I won't keep you long. I know you're dying to hear what the egg voices sound like. I'm just here to egg you on to visit our Patreon. What other shows would do this to you? Come on, be so for real. No other actual play podcast is doing stuff like this. Secret recordings? Egg PCs? Who else is out here doing rat puns for both Mary-Kate and Ashley and Hannah Arendt? Nobody. That's who. If you appreciate that level of artistry, a great way to show it is by supporting us making this show. We don't belong to a network and we don't have sponsors. We just have you. Shows like Burnt Cookbook Party could only exist because people are willing to support it. And you can do that for us at patreon.com/BCBparty.
So about a month ago, the Eggshell Fairies were on their way for a diplomatic meeting with the Burgundy Kingdom when their vessel was boarded by leprechaun fairies and they were taken captive and locked in the brig and strapped into cursed shoes that made them dance compulsively. How are you guys feeling being back on the matte black decks of the absence of color after you were freed?
Exposed.
Pitiful.
We're too brightly colored.
Yeah. Dismal.
Even though you have been called here to the ship, Gentry is certainly less interested in you as he is Voidbeard, and he has taken Voidbeard over to like the ship's steering wheel, and he's like, "Speak now, pirate. Tell us how to operate the ship, and perhaps Patty will be merciful in your punishment when she returns. This is a ferry ship after all. Certainly you know how to get it out of here." He continues on like this, trying to be threatening, but Voidbeard remains very stone-faced. He refuses to speak. This goes on for quite a while before Gentry finally lowers himself to approaching the eggs, and he's like, "Eggs, you're from the same whimsical rainbow world, right? Do you think perhaps you could figure out how to operate this vessel? We must work together to right the betrayer Zayden's wrongs, correct?"
Oh, to imagine that the Arch-Bachelor would approach us.
Oh, and ask us to work together. I love to work together, but am I worthy of working together with such fine eggs?
We miserable eggs. Oh, to be confronted with the indignity of the ship where we were captured and forced to dance.
It's very tough. To try not to be too hard on yourselves, of course.
Oh, but a tap, and we would crack.
Oh,
I can't believe, Galen, you said you were going to try to make us love eggshell fairies.
it's not working yet? Oh, okay, I'll try. I'll do better.
Try harder. Try
Try harder.
Be more horrible.
Without our goddess, Patty Hertz, how can we rise above our humble egg origins? Maybe with her powers of hubris, I could bring this mighty ship out of this forest back to the seas. So Perdito is going to get down and he's going to start pushing the side of the boat.
Oh, gosh, he's so brave.
My brother, I cannot let you push alone.
Oh, no.
Coddle's going to run up next to him and start pushing as well.
I feel my egg arms and legs buckling.
Oh, no.
Now that Coddle's joined, I'm afraid I have to join too. Al will go over, try and join in.
So, looking at my character sheet, I don't have a lot of domain spells that I think would help.
You don't have move boat.
But I do have some skills that might be able to help. Just in between spellcraft, knowledge arcana, knowledge the planes, and use magic device, do any of those kind of touch on the idea that the leprechauns have a magic plane sailing ship?
Ooh, I like both planes and use magic device if one of those is better than the other for you.
Yeah, my use magic device is a +6 on that.
Nice.
Out of nowhere.
Oh my goodness,
I rolled a
Perdito.
natural 20, yeah. Perdito has been in magical prisons in every lower rainbow domain. Pink, gray, chartreuse, burgundy, brown, and eggshell. So he knows a thing or two.
He's been in his own people's prison.
It's a total of 26, Justin.
Beautiful. Perdito, you walk around the pirate ship, take a lap around it, looking at all the different interesting magical aspects to it until you find your way back over to Gentry at the wheel of the ship. You are actually surprised, Perdito. You think that you could operate this ship. You have seen devices like this that could call back like a rainbow path to take the ship up and onto and return to the rainbow dimension. The only caveat is being on the land, you can't really get the initial movement you need to get up that rainbow. It really does need to be on water or liquid or something.
We've got to be going.
Yeah, you think that you could turn it on, but unfortunately, this is one more failure in the pile of failures that is being an eggshell fairy.
Oh, Arch-Bachelor, I bring you disappointing and degrading news. When we were captured by the absence of color, and I was dancing for what I thought would be an eternity of depravity, the leprechauns showed me how they would have us walk the plank and be eaten by a rainbow hydra. And I saw the device they manipulated that would extend and retract that fateful plank. It's right here, but there's no way to use it when we're stuck on land, and just a small egg like myself, well, what could I do? If I pushed any harder on the ship, my arms would crack and fall away from my egg-shaped body.
Well, there are other ways that the four of you can honor Patty. I mean, certainly there's something that you guys could excel at. You know, actually, I do have the perfect job for a group of ideal followers like yourselves.
Oh, Gentry.
There's a couple of producers who keep hounding me about the next entry into the Ghost Bros franchise, and I just can't be bothered, to be honest. The first one, maybe two, had some level of artistic merit, but everything after that has been a gold grab. I do like gold, of course, and so since it literally doesn't matter if it's good or not, why don't the four of you come up with the pitch? I know that eggshell culture doesn't really have culture, but it'll be an opportunity for you to broaden your horizons a little. Come up with a hero and a conflict for the Ghost Bros. What do you think?
Oh, yes, of course. The Orange One speaks at length about these bros who are ghosts. Friendship, bros. Albumin, you sound just like a ghost.
Gentry starts talking at you guys about like market trends and the hero's journey. And as this goes on, you feel a couple of raindrops hit your shell. And above you, like the sky has turned to darker, almost unnatural blue. You hear some murmurings of complaints among the crew as Gentry immediately yells at them to keep working through it. But it is quickly apparent that this is not normal weather. The sky itself begins to unravel while the foliage of the woods, the trees collapse and merge into a roiling mass of blue liquid. The Gilman crew on the ground get caught up in it and are consumed and assimilated as like this liquid moves slowly across the ground. While everything else becomes one with the goo, the absence of color seems immune. Though no one is present at the ship that has seen this as players, this effect appears identical to the tent and those inside of it when you guys were there. This is not part of the zeitgeist. It is from a different plane. It was not here when the zeitgeist was created. And so the absence of color begins to rock back and forth as if it were back on the water and lifted by the blue liquid. Perdido, your eyes meet Voidbeard's as you both have the same idea.
We must act fast, lad. Set me free and I'll navigate us back to the rainbow.
Oh, my eggshell fairy brothers and sisters and others. What would Patty do?
Sorry, go ahead.
Andrew's like, I was just crying out my head. I was just weeping.
Andrew's going to record an hour of wailing, and we'll just put it on in the background of this episode.
And I don't want us to lose even a single second. That is gold. Well, Scramper, obviously in the domain of freedom, will intervene and say,
I think we should free him.
Oh, his little voice.
That's what Pat would do.
Oh.
We're not free until all of us are free. We have nothing to lose but our straitjackets.
Really honing in on the freedom domain. I love it.
I want one of us to be fucking cute. I'm desperate. I'm desperate for there to be a little bit of sugar in this salt.
You make an excellent point, brother Scramper. I'm trying to cry and ask a question at the same time. I don't know how that works.
Oh, you're nailing it.
Community means that we are all together. And how can we all be together when we are not on an even footing?
We're on the seas. The ground is shifting.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
If it was unclear from Coddle's comment, he is also in favor of releasing Voidbeard so that he will be one with the rest of the community.
Okay, so, I mean, obviously it's a bad idea, but I think the eggs are going to release him. That's what it sounds like we're going to do.
Okay.
The colorless one surely has learned of the magnificence of Patty Hertz since she's defeated and humiliated him time and time again. Now that he's at the depths of humiliation, he's just like us.
Oh, he's one of us. Whoa, that there should be more of us.
Do we have an egg outfit? Can we change his garments to be an egg outfit?
Oh,
No, the
I
egg
like
outfit's
that.
being
Oh
worn
my
by
God.
Harville, isn't it?
Can I put this out there? I feel like a straitjacket kind of does just give you an egg silhouette.
It really does, yeah.
The leprechaun whose name that we don't know will step in front of you.
You know it.
And he goes, "Hey, he's dangerous. You can't trust him. We have to believe that Astra and Patty will save us."
That's tricky. They would just trust that Patty would save them.
Perdito is highly suggestible, so whoever suggested something last, he goes with that. So Voidbeard's let me go. He's like, yeah, great. This other guy's like, no, don't do it. He's like, yeah, great.
Oh no.
Whenever we're all crowding around Patty and pawing at her, and she says, guys, give me room, she likes to say, Patty helps those who help themselves. And with her domain of hubris, I will call upon her power so that she can help us while we help ourselves. Perdito is going to try to use the absence of colors machinery himself. He's going to go ahead and keep Voidbeard lashed to the helm or the mainsail or wherever you lash somebody. The mast, the main mast. There we go.
Scramper still wants to free Voidbeard. 'Cause they still believe in the freedom.
Man.
The freedom's the most important thing.
Coddle is really torn because Coddle wants to do what the rest of the group wants to do, but the rest of the group
Yes.
is split on what
Yes.
they want to do. So Coddle doesn't know what to do. Coddle is not going to do anything directly contrary to the other eggs intentionally.
I'll start crying next to Voidbeard if we want and try to make him tired so he can't run away from us real fast.
Okay.
We release him, but we use Aura of Pity on him. I love that.
Amazing.
Albumins will just follow him around.
Weeping.
I feel like the Aura of Pity is compulsively contagious among eggshell fairies, so if Albumin starts to do it, then Perdito's going to start to do it too. Going to read this description out. Aura of Pity. As a full-round action, an eggshell fairy can begin openly weeping as a defense mechanism. Any intelligent creature that starts its turn or moves within 20 feet of the sobbing egg must make a DC 15 will save or succumb to an overwhelming melancholy. For the next 6 hours, the victim is constantly fatigued and cannot benefit from morale bonuses.
Yeah, I think we should free him, but I do think we should sap him first.
Do we all stand in a circle around him and weep? Is that what we're about to do?
Oh yeah, holding hands.
Coddle's on board with a group circle cry.
Time for a group cry.
Oh, your solid self is crying, as do we eggs.
Join in our group cry.
If I died right now, crying with my brothers, it would be the only proper way to die. The nameless leprechaun's gonna get it too.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and it's good because he would have put up a fight, but he is feeling fatigued now and has to sit down as all of this crying is happening. He can't take it. He's feeling just overwhelmed by the situation as well, watching the world collapse around you guys.
Yeah, what is that, like a DC 20 save at that point? Because Andrew's got his feet and he's got the three of us.
Yeah, I think Andrew's base is 19. Is that right, Andrew?
So funny.
Yeah. So then,
Incredible.
power of teamwork.
Yeah.
We're pretty annoying.
Wow. That's beautiful. Well, once they've clearly been sapped of their morale, the Scramper will go and free Voidbeard.
Yeah, so he is magically held in here. We'll need something a little bit more than physical might to get him out.
But I've got a ability called Freedom's Call that valorizes people. It gives allies within my aura, they're not affected by a myriad of conditions, including pinned.
Cool.
I guess Freedom's Call probably sounds like a blessing to Patty. Patty hurts. Hear my call. Free this guy.
Oh, it's so cute.
Increasingly imagining Scramper with like big anime eyes.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
At Scramper's words, the straitjacket returns to its original form as the sleeves of many garments. Beautiful pink fabric that Patty usually wears as part of her normal ensemble, and it delicately drifts onto the floor. Captain Voidbeard is freed, but he is also fatigued.
Perfect. As part of the conquest that Scramper has made, they are going to pick up the sleeves and wear them like a scarf. Question mark? I don't know where an egg wears a scarf. Like what part of the body?
a snood, a belt, who knows?
They drape it over their head. That's what it does. They just drape it right on over themselves.
Yeah, they might be able to prop it up on their wings. I don't know.
Voidbeard leans against the edge of the boat and he's like, I've never seen an eggshell fairy do anything like that in my life.
Well, I'm inspired by Patty Hurts.
His single non-eye-patched eye flicks from Scramper to Perdido at the wheel of the ship. And you can see him becoming increasingly concerned that these are not just normal eggshell fairies. Perdido, I'll let you keep your original natural 20 here. You are able to navigate the boat through this blue liquid. It started as like just a slow river almost, and now you are in a choppy sea in a storm as the world around you is no longer recognizable.
Oh, Patty, we're coming.
You are tossed back and forth. You don't see a clear exit, but you just keep going into the goo, and it is just outer space on the other side. You have to act quickly to call forth a bridge to the seven seas, and a rainbow comes and kind of catches you before you just dip into the great expanse of space.
I'm becoming seasick.
Every time we cross the rainbow, I find myself in another prison.
Gentry Till was also appearing quite seasick, and as you guys entered the seven seas, he is on the ground trying to pull himself up, but he can't. So he says, tell Patty, we're going to make a lot of money. And then he turns into blue goo.
I could not save him. Patty will punish us, surely.
No, I think he just hatched. He's as free as a creature can ever be now.
We're all equally culpable.
Patty's tallest follower with the most flexible knees is just turned into goo.
Scramper will try to contain the goo back into like an egg shape. Like they will try to like press it back together. Because that's what you do if an egg's broken and you're trying to keep it all gooped up.
Yeah. Coddle's definitely going to help. This is him attempting to heal whatever's left of Gentry.
There is no reassembling him, but you are able to get what's left of him into a container to hold on to until it can be brought back to Patty.
I love it. We all work together, pushing the goo into a flask of grog.
Yeah. If you don't have your own shell, glass is a good alternative.
A good temporary shell.
Yeah.
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 I encountered such things at the hospital from time to time. Oh, woe to the eggs that did not have a shell.
Oh, woe to eggs.
We must be his shell now. Our love and our friendship must be his shell.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry that listeners are going to have to listen to this because I'm having the time of my life, and I just feel like it's going to be an absolute nightmare to listen to.
I think Justin is going to edit it into a perfect symphony.
Wow. The first opening burst of moans that you all did is so eerie.
The absence of color is back where it belongs on the seven seas. It's pitch black wood just cutting through this rainbow-colored water beneath you. There's no longer the stress of a world collapsing around you. You just have the world in front of you, your own world once more. You are back in the Fey Plains, the rainbow dimension.
What will we do without Patty Hertz?
We're nothing without each other, and each other isn't us without Patty.
Has she become goo for good?
Oh.
She's not weak like us.
I still feel her divine power. And he'll cast Ghost Sound.
What does he make it sound like?
I think it's going to be the backbeat to Patty's hit single, Struttin' in My Versace's.
Just playing solemnly.
Inspired Scramper will fall back in the dance that they were doing when they had the horrible shoes on. It's the only kind of dancing they know.
God, what does kneeless dancing even look like? Skanking? I can't.
Well, I think it's just kind of rocking back and forth stiffly on the little board legs.
Suitably sad.
Yeah, or like a lot of high kicks.
It's a kick line.
Kick line of eggs. And they would too. They love hanging out. Who knows what the situation on Irisal is, right? So do we find a place in the Rainbow Kingdoms to camp out until we can get back to Irisal? Or should we try to get back right away?
Irisal will take time to reset. So you do have some time before you can go back. You should be able to take the absence of color back the exact way that you came in. You know how to do it. It's just there has to be something there to get back to. The nameless leprechaun will be like, are you guys going to return home to the Eggshell Kingdom, or are you going to continue on to the Burgundy Kingdom? I know that we took you captive on the way there. Maybe you've got business left.
Burgundy.
I think that maybe Coddle, I don't know, he wants to spread the good word missionary style because he wants the community to grow and become larger.
Oh.
He's open to doing so back in the Eggshell Kingdom or to journey to far-flung shores and spread the good word to the Burgundy Kingdom. So I think he could probably go either way. He's just interested in expanding the group.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm into that. Is Burgundy where we want to start?
I would love to see the Burgundy Kingdom. I would love to see either kingdom. I don't think we've been to Eggshell Land, right?
We have not. It would be equally fun to go to either one, I feel like.
You want to pile on more fucking eggshell voices into the situation?
Yes. Yeah, I want a whole styrofoam container full.
Oh, it would be fun to see what the vibe of the Burgundy Kingdom is, though, because that's not one that I can immediately assume what it's going to be like.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I'm curious. Oh, although eggshell fairies are bad, Patty's word is good. We need to bring it to as many kingdoms as we can.
And the Burgundy Kingdom is a decent target for Patty's word because as the absence of color goes from the normal rainbow down to the lesser rainbow, the burgundy portion of it sort of splits off into this large, like, murky maroon ocean.
Cool.
The weather gets much colder. You feel a chill. You see icebergs that you have to navigate. The absence of color around. They all have a pinkish tinge to them. Ahead of you on a large iceberg is a cylindrical igloo castle that sort of tapers up at the top. This is the Froze Fortress. As you guys know, you've been
Oh my
to the
God.
Burgundy Kingdom before.
Incredible.
Normally, there are bubbles sort of floating out of the tip of it at all times, but you are concerned that you see none as you approach. You don't see any of the Burgundy fairies out and about. It seems as if the place is eerily quiet. What would you like to do?
Perceive?
Strong.
That's what Patty would do.
Yeah.
That is so true, Caitlin. Thank you.
Patty is the queen of perceiving. If we are to be anything like her, we must also perceive.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty
That was
good.
pretty good. Yeah. I mean, wow.
I rolled a 24.
Oh, 22 from Coddle.
Got this community
Oh.
stuff down.
These are
Awesome.
pretty solid rolls from a bunch of
Yeah.
eggs.
Perceptive.
Yeah, eggshell fairies have impressive bonuses. Their stats are so much higher than you'd expect.
Yeah, in a way that freaks me out. In a way that really makes me nervous.
Yeah, honestly, same. Me too. The thing you said about how it implies that they're just like in the beginning stage of something, I'm just like,
Well,
Oh, no, that's going to haunt
Yeah.
Andrew.
well, it should.
yeah.
Eggs
Yeah.
are gestating. The fact that they're eggs implies there's something inside them waiting to be hatched. And that's really freaky.
Something beautiful.
No. No, Paul.
Something horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something disturbing.
The absence of color pulls close to the iceberg that the Froze Fortress sits on, and you guys look around, use your skills that you've honed as prey. Prey fae. Scramper, you notice that the large ice doors to the fortress have kind of frozen shut. They have not been opened in like a few days, which you know is odd, that normally the Burgundy fairies would be coming in and out. You don't see any footprints in the snow. If anybody had come and gone, then, you know, time has also wiped those away.
Oh, seems like the Froze Kingdom has become the Frozen Kingdom.
Oh, it makes me so sad. Normally they would be offering us libations by now.
Our Burgundy brethren could be laying inside, dead, popsicled. Should we investigate? Should we try to get
We've
in
gotta-
somehow? We gotta.
Crack this door.
Yeah, if they're survivors, we need to make them followers of Patty Hertz.
Exactly.
God.
We need to rescue them in the name of our Lord and Savior as she rescued us. It's a very different vibe to have such a single-minded group.
Yeah, right, yeah. The eggs are united in purpose. They always hang out. They hold hands.
Exactly.
Damn.
Everyone is fully aligned on the mission, and that is weird to me.
This is what's so great about being in a cult, Caitlin. You know,
Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to decide what's for dinner. I want someone to tell me. I don't want to decide what to wear tomorrow. I want someone to tell me. I see the appeal.
Oh no.
oh, to be an egg.
We're a formless burlap sack.
Exactly. I eat the vegetable soup and I wear the sack every day.
Justin,
Yeah.
Perdito has a divine domain power called Divine Presence, which allows him to extend a 30-foot aura that acts as a sanctuary spell. So I want to take a readied action that, if anything like scary jumps out that looks like a threat or like something that would drink up all the Froze fairies, he's going to use his Divine Presence.
Yeah.
I have an item I can use if you don't have a thing. A chime of opening is a hollow mithril tube about 1 foot long. When struck, it sends forth magical vibrations that cause locks, lids, doors, valves, and portals to open.
The real question is, what does Al's charm sound like?
I mentioned that he had that like hole in his head.
Oh, God.
He takes his hand, and from that hole, he starts pulling
Ew.
out this mithril tube.
The the hole is for storage? It's for storage access?
It comes out with a dunk because it was in snuggling. And
Oh,
he,
no.
flicks it to get off some of the albumin liquid.
Oh.
And in order to get the sound, he then taps it on the point of his own eggshell, which creates a very disconcerting, hollow thwacking sound, but that you can feel in your own shells and if you have bones.
Oh.
And you can see through his partially translucent shell that the liquid inside of him, that like wave, flows down into him through the ground and then ripples up into the gates.
Ugh, I wish we hadn't asked. Thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
The ice that is holding the door shut cracks and disappears and falls into snow. And these ice doors fall open, giving you space to enter if you so choose.
Yeah, I think we gotta enter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The four of you exit the absence of color and make your way up to the Froze Fortress, like a strong, bitter grape smell. Well, you guys don't have noses. Somehow.
we taste the bitter
Somehow,
grape
you
somehow.
sad
Yeah.
things must be able to sense things. Yeah.
As you enter, you keep your perception up. You are on edge, but you are surprised that inside you do find the Burgundy fairies. They seem alive. They are not really doing anything. They are just kind of sitting around in this palace. Don't seem like they are obviously upset. In fact, they have very wide smiles on their faces. And when they see you come in, they turn and greet you pleasantly. They say, "Oh, the eggshell fairies are here. How brilliant. We're so happy to see you."
What's their demeanor usually? Have we met these people?
Yeah, good question.
Are they normally happy to see the eggshell fairies? Is anyone ever happy to see the eggshell fairies?
That in itself is disconcerting, right?
How often they just put up with us? Yeah.
If you guys have knowledge local, you can make a local check, or you can make a heal check too to get a vibe of them currently.
Coddle is definitely going to make a heal check with his candy striper's instincts. Ooh, it is a 27 for Coddle.
Ooh,
Nice.
Look at that.
I'll make a knowledge local. Well, I got a 10. Never mind.
I'll double up on local. That's what my instinct was. So
Yeah, it's a good call.
Albumin and Scramper, you two have been here before in the past. And to your knowledge, the Burgundy fairies like the eggshell fairies as much as anybody does, which is to say they stand their presence. There is no animosity between the kingdoms. So in that way, you think that, it's not out of character for them to be pleasant to you. You do know just their general personality is sort of like regal and powerful. And so to see them kind of sitting around and just kind of chill is not really how their normal vibes are. You know that Burgundy fairies have bubbles that are kind of orbiting around them at all times. And the more bubbles that are there, the more powerful that the fairy is.
Wild.
But you see sometimes like that the bubbles that are floating around them will strike like one of their pointed features, and instead of being replaced by a new one, it's just kind of gone. Coddle, with your incredible heal check, you know that despite their happy faces, these are very ill people. And more than that, they seem like beneath this happy facade, they are scared. It seems like it is the happiness that is frightening them. So I'll tell you that they have the shaken and fatigued conditions. And it is this happiness that is causing it.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Justin, have we entered a scenario where we have to cure people from being overly happy with eggshell sadness?
that sounds correct.
I'm dying. I'm suddenly lightheaded.
Oh my god.
Thank you for listening. And also, I'm sorry. And a special thank you to our Patreon subscribers, and a special sorry to our Patreon subscribers who are supporting independent media in the most direct and sustainable way possible. We have a P.O. box where you can ship letters in boxes. The address is in the show notes. As always, you can find us on Blue Sky at BCB Party, on Tumblr at BCB Party, or email us at burntcookbookparty@gmail.com. Burnt Cook Book Party is Andrew Hansen as Albumin, Caitlin Stayduhar as Coddle, Paul Luetkemeyer as Perdito, me, Jenna Stoeber, as Scramper, and Justin Green as GM and World Builder. This episode was edited for content by Justin Green and edited for sound by Akshay Balakrishnan. Produced by me, Jenna Stoeber.
Oh, yeah, Pat, I know exactly what you mean.